The Bengals beat the Vikings 27-24 after being able to come back in the fourth quarter and send it into overtime, where ultimately the Bengals won with the field goal. And man, what a wild game that was. And of course, I'm just going to be going over it, but I got to check that we're live, how it be, making sure we're up and rolling. But yeah, man, what a crazy game. The freaking Vikings had the Bengals like number up 17-0. And then out of nowhere, Bengals just were like, all right, time to play. Time to come back. All right. I think we're good. Hell yeah, I was rooting for the Bengals this game, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. They did not disappoint. Jake Browning. What a G. What a G. Oh, hold on. Let me get a couple things set up here and we'll kind of get into it. I'm kind of gonna break down, you know, half by half. And I kind of want to go so who started with the ball first and go over their drives and then go over the next teams. Pretty much the huge. So the Bengals did start with the ball though. Let me go to the Bengals. Dude, Jake Browning, this guy's looking good. He's been looking pretty good for a while now, but he looked great in this game. That fourth quarter especially, that 21 points scored, great. I'm getting ahead of myself. That was just Jake Browning, great quarterback. But yeah, no, so the Bengals did start with the ball, right? And they should have had a nice pass immediately starting off to T. Higgins, and he dropped it. He dropped the first pass of the game, and it was just like, damn, that was a wide open bad drop by T. But T. Higgins immediately made up for all that by scoring 2 touchdowns later on and getting 4 for 61. He made up for that drop, so no one's gonna even remember that at all. Hell yeah, T. Higgins, especially the one amazing one. But well, getting ahead of myself, of course. But anyway, on that first drive though, that after that bad drop, Jamar Chase did have a nice wide open catch as well. He had a 20-yard gain. Jamar Chase only got 2 catches. One of them was on that first drive, but then that other catch came a little bit later. After that, he wasn't. He was pretty silent until the third quarter, and then he eventually did get injured and was like taken off the field. So Jamar Chase probably should have had a bigger game if he didn't get injured. That's very unfortunate. But T. Higgins definitely stepped up for Jamar. Trying to say that. But dude, Jake Browning though. Back to him for a second. I mean, this receiving core is loaded. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd. Those 3 guys will make any quarterback look good. But man, Jake Browning is just able to hit those guys. It's great. He had 4 carries for 0 rushing yards. That's kind of funny. The Bengals did start off the game. Another play that no one's going to remember. They did start off on their first drive. They tried to do a fake trick play where they gave it to their backup tight end, who was like acting like he's going to do an end around, but then the option to pass, like that play. But then like he just didn't really like have anybody open. Everyone just straight covered, so he had to try to take off for the first. Didn't get it. Pushed out of bounds. Weird trick play. I don't know why the Bengals did a trick play there, but I guess it didn't matter at the end. They won, but that was just a weird trick play. I don't know. I don't know why teams be doing like a trick play sometimes when they like doesn't feel like they need to be doing one. I don't know. It didn't matter in the end. Probably a play that'll never get talked about. I just wanted to bring that up. Joe Mixon, he looked nice early on, but he ended up getting kind of injured a little bit too. He was kind of banged up. What's his stat turn out? Yeah, 10 for 47, a touchdown. He did have a nice touchdown where he fought for it, but he was taken off the field for a little bit. And Chase Brown, they had to use Chase Brown a little bit more than I feel like they wanted to, unless they kind of like knew like Joe was a little bit banged up. But like still, Chase Brown is making plays. How much catches he have? 3. Those receiving catches were all on screens. They were using him in the screen game. They were using him in the rush game. Chase Brown is getting involved, and I really like to see that because if Joe is not ready to go, they need someone behind him. Chase is that guy, definitely. Of course, I want Joe Mixon out there. He did it like come back after like being on the sideline for a few plays, but man, cool to see Chase Brown out there. The backup running backs for both teams were having a feast today. Ty Chandler for the Vikings is going off because Alexander Madison's hurt. So yeah, Ty Chandler, Chase Brown, both them guys. Both them guys are good. Just eating. Oh, there was a actually, where's Jones at? Where's Jones on this team? Charlie Jones, this guy, my man Charlie Jones here. There was a 3rd and 15 play where, oh man, Charlie Jones just ran past everybody on the defense. He was just wide open, flew past everybody. That nobody was, I think, paying attention to the guy and expected him to just go over the top of him. And man, if freaking I about said Jared Goff. I don't know why I was thinking Jared Goff. But if Jake Browning would have just freaking hit him deep, man, that would have been a crazy touchdown. That would have been a highlight play touchdown of the game. And that would have been Charlie Jones' second catch of the season. So too bad his second and third catch of the season were just two mundane catches. I mean, he did have another nice catch. One of those catches were actually kind of nice. But his second catch of the season could have been an amazing touchdown if Jake didn't overthrow the guy. So unfortunate to see. It always sucks to see like big plays that could have happened not happen, you know? That sucks. But my man Charlie Jones, dude, that dude's fast. Blow the top off any defense. Jake just needs to hit him. Straight up. Straight up. No, just kidding. Oh yeah, and then hope Joe Mixon is good. I hope Joe Mixon is good. With this win, dude, the Bengals are really good with the playoffs. They still have a good chance. They're gonna need Joe Mixon, man. They're gonna need him. They're gonna need all these guys. They were losing a lot of guys. Bengals were getting banged up left and right. I think Alex Kappa went down. They lost DJ Reader on the first defensive play of the game. First or second. First drive for sure. But, oh, dude, they were losing Bengals players left and right. It was unfortunate. I was like, damn, man. That first half, though, was like, what was the scoreline that first half? Only 10 points altogether getting scored that first half. I still thought it was a pretty entertaining first half. Like, I don't know. Their first drive, Vikings were able to score. Bengals on their first drive scored a field goal and then weren't really able to do anything else. But it was still fun to watch. Like the Bengals did have a chance to do something before like the half with the 2 minute drill. Uh like Jake overthrew another guy. He kind of has a bad problem with overthrowing a few people. But I mean at least he could get the ball there, I guess, you know, that's a little bit of a positive. But he does overthrow a few people. And it was just kind of bad. And then the next down after that, Daniel Hunter just had a crazy sack. Right? Oh, man. He just buried Jake into the ground. Like, absolutely lit him up. Putting the Bengals up in a 3rd and 24 situation. Like, you could hear the crowd's reaction. You could hear the announcers talking about it. You could hear him get popped. It was just like, boom. It was a hell of a sack. Daniel Hunter's a hell of a freaking player for the Vikings, but that was a hell of a sack. Hell of a sack. Actually, another guy with sacks, hell of a sacks. I don't even think I wrote any notes about him. Where's this dude at? No, not Sam. Speaking of hella sacks, though, Daniel Hunter is really good, and also Trey Hendrickson. My man Trey Hendrickson got his 15th sack of the season here in this game, and he's leading the Bengals or something like that. He's leading a bunch of stuff, but dude, this guy's feasting. Daniel Hunter, I don't know if Trey Hendrickson is necessarily on Daniel Hunter's level, but man, he could be. He definitely could be. He's a name you gotta know for sure. How much sacks does Daniel Hunter have? I gotta take a real quick intermission. Let me check how much sacks Daniel Hunter has. Okay, so Daniel Hunter. So 14 sacks. 14 sacks for Neil Hunter. All right. So Trey Hendrickson is up over Dale Hunter. Trey Hendrickson has more sacks. That is pretty wild. So maybe he is on his level. That's crazy. 13 and a half, 13, 14 for Daniil, 15 for Trey. Trey Hendrickson has to be a household name. My man. He did get a bad false start penalty or offsides penalty that negated a pick six. Oh, dude, if Trey Hendrickson didn't jump offsides, there would have been a crazy pick six by the Bengals defense, but Trey did jump offsides. He did make up for that mistake. Don't get me wrong. These guys, him and T. Higgins, both made up for their mistakes. Both did good. But man, they both. I guess T's wasn't really as bad. That was the first play of the game, But Trey, Trey washed away a pick six. Oh, at least it didn't matter because they won. But man, that could have been huge if the Bengals didn't win there. Trey would have been running laps, been running to the fence and back. No, I don't know. But no, Trey's really good. So is Daniil Hunter. I don't mean to disrespect Daniil or anything. Both players, just great players. You know what? Hang on. Hold on. I won't talk about that yet. Oh yeah, I will talk about that. The Bengals got a turnover right before half. So okay, wait. So okay, wait. Let me switch gears a little bit. So the Vikings, Nick Mullins, right? Nick Mullins, I really like the way Nick Mullins plays. Okay, he plays really good. He throws the ball nicely. I was watching him play. I was like, damn, this guy's pretty impressive. But the one thing I don't like about him, but I mean, it could be okay. But he throws the ball every time as he's going down to the ground. It's like a 50-50 chance that it's going to be good. Literally. Because one play where he was going down to the ground, he just threw it for some dumb reason. There was no reason that he should have threw it. No business throwing it. And he just kind of threw it for an easy fumble for a turnover. It was unfortunate. But then the next play, when he's getting tackled and going down, he chucks it over to Jordan Addison, and Jordan Addison catches it for the touchdown. So it's a 50-50 chance that he'll throw it while he's falling, it feels like. Because those are bad. I don't know. It just, Nick Mullins is weird. But after that horrible Nick Mullins fumble, right? That first one, all right, I was trying to lead to that. Nick Mullins had a horrible fumble where for some reason he likes to hold on to it and throw it as he's falling, right? That first fumble, the Bengals end up getting the ball right after that. And they had a huge pass to Nick. Oh, wait, no. That's when they could have had the huge pass to T. Higgins. And freaking T. Higgins apparently didn't get the catch. And the ball was aided by the ground. Or the catch was aided by the ground. So it could have been a crazy 30-yard catch, setting up the Bengals in field goal range right before the half. But didn't get called. End of the half for the Bengals right there. Unfortunate. I don't know. I don't know what I did with my notes right there. I think I kind of screwed up my notes. See, I don't know what that was. But anyway. I guess the moral of that, the Bengals should have had more points on the board. But they failed. They made it a lot closer than maybe it should have been. But actually, also, with the Bengals being able to win with freaking losing all them guys, props. Because I don't think the Vikings lost much people at all. I mean, of course, they were down to their, 4 starting quarterback. The Vikings, also did a trick play where they had Justin Jefferson come around on an in route where they were, he, had a bunch of pressure in his face, and he just had to chuck it and try to go for the first. But there was no way he was getting it. There was way too many guys in his face, and he just freaking let it rip, and it went straight to the ground. The announcers were all talking about how he should just, how he's not going to be the 5th starting quarterback anytime soon. There's no way Justin's going to emergency quarterback. It was great. Just the announcers giving him crap. Although Justin Jefferson may not be the quarterback, he's definitely a hell of a receiver. Dude, that guy is just insane. He is definitely back, bro. He's picking up first down after first down after first down. Just feasting. He was He was putting in work. I know Jordan Addison has the stats. He was definitely like putting in work too. Don't get me wrong. But man, Justin Jefferson was just unguardable. Both these guys, I guess. Jordan Addison is definitely a hell of a pick. I'm sure the Chargers are very sad that they drafted Quentin Johnston because all the guys after Quentin Johnston have been just insane. And Jordan Addison is another guy that was after him. 6 for 111, 2 touchdowns against this defense is pretty great. He's putting in work. Absolute work. Because, man, if the Vikings are completely eliminated from the playoffs, because I think they had to win out or something like that to win the division, something like that. But if they're completely eliminated, I'd like to see them next year. Like, they got to get something in here. Like, I don't know. Okay, like the running backs, Alexander Madison's probably not it, right? Because he didn't play, and Ty Chandler came in and looked amazing. I think Ty Chandler was like running freaking hard, playing a great ass game out there. This guy, he's got to be on the team again or something. Ty Chandler was either putting in work, like I was saying with Chase Brown for the Bengals. Ty Chandler was just he was feasting. He was just feasting. He was like a hell of a part for that offense right there. And like Alexander, if we would have saw Alexander Madison, he probably would have feasted a little bit too, since DJ Reader went out. And DJ Reader for the Bengals is a huge run stopper. So they lost. The Bengals did lose a run stopper. So I guess either back would have feasted a little bit. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Alexander Madison's the guy for the Vikings. And yeah, they should probably try to get a different running back for sure. Their receivers are loaded too. Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson are just loaded. They probably definitely need a third guy. I don't think KJ's really the same as he used to be. TJ Hawkinson is a hell of a guy. This dude's freaking putting up play after play. So they do have a good three pass catchers, I guess, with TJ in the mix because, man, I don't know, that's good. It sucks that they're down to this quarter, like fourth quarterback, because Kirk Cousins was having a hell of a year before he got hurt. They're managing to put up some like good performances. They like if they just didn't like let the Bengals come back. Oh man, part of the reason why the Vikings lost is because the Vikings kept trying to do the brotherly shove tush push play that the Eagles made famous. And it's like we all know that not every team could like do that play, and we all know that it's like done differently, and it's like I don't know. But the way the Vikings do the tush push play is so dumb. Like we all know it's coming, and like even the announcers are saying they're using their smallest guy to push the quarterback forward. They don't have CJ Ham in there pushing. They don't have anybody like huge in there pushing. They got one of their smallest receivers out there pushing the quarterback against 300-pound defensive linemen. Like, it makes no sense. They're doing the tush push all wrong, the brotherly shove, whatever you want to call it. And it's like, that play has been used so much times on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 and all the time. That play just gets used all the time this season, which I really care. If it works, it works. I don't really care. But, it's like, if you're going to use it, at least do it right. And if like you're not gonna like do it right, stop using it and try to find a way to do it, like do something else on 3rd down. You know what I mean? Because in the overtime, the Vikings went for it on like 3rd down. They did the brotherly shove and failed, right? And so they go for it 4th and inches. What do you think they do? Maybe like play action, something cool like earlier when the Bengals did, or like maybe run it with your running back. Maybe do something. No, they attempt the same exact play, brotherly shove on 4th and inches, and failed. And it's like, dude, the Bengals were ready for that. Everybody in the stadium knew you were going to do that once the guy started pulling and got behind you. So it's like, why are you trying to do the brotherly shove back to back in overtime? Oh, man. The Vikings really made me mad. I'm not even a Vikings fan, and I feel really bad for Vikings fans. But man, that was making me so mad seeing them do that back to back. It's like, damn, you let Ty Chandler's hell of a performance go to waste a little bit. Jordan Addison's performance went to waste a little bit because of those dumb play calls. They pretty much lost due to play calls at the end there, because I think they should have did something else, be a little bit more creative there instead of just brotherly shoving. And that's my rant on the brotherly shove. But if it works, it works. I don't care. I don't care. It didn't work for the Vikings though. Did not work for them. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, I did like Nick Mullins. I do like him how he played. Definitely. Probably just going to stay a backup, I'd say. I don't think he's the future. Vikings, I think, need to draft a guy. They need to get somebody, man. How old is Kirk Cousins now? A quick intermission. Let me check how old Kirk Cousins is. How old is Kirk? So Kirk Cousins is 35 years old, all right? So how long is Kirk Cousins going to be on the Vikings? Who knows? I don't know his contract situation. I think he's in a contract year or close. Let's see. They're going to need a... Yeah, so he signed a 3-year deal. He'll be a free agent in 2024. Okay. So yeah, the Vikings are definitely going to have to move on. And I don't know if Nick Mullins is going to be the answer. Like, I like the way he throws. I like the way he plays. He likes to take shots. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. A couple of those picks were bad. A couple of bad picks. I think it was BJ Hill or Dax Hill. I'm not quite sure. One of the guys jumped in front of a Justin Jefferson pass and was a beautiful interception. And if he didn't get tripped up, it would have been a pick six. Oh no, he dropped it. If he didn't drop it, it would have been a pick six. So Nick should have had 3 interceptions, actually. So that would have been crazy. There was one play, actually. Uh, you know what? Actually, another thing I want to say: false starts, or not false starts, offsides penalties, and just penalties in general, just like wiping big plays out is insane. Like penalties that don't like really affect the play, I guess you would say. You know what I mean? So, there was a play where it was. Oh wait, okay, wait. It was offsides, right? By Trey Hendrickson. He got that offsides penalty, negating that pick six, like I was saying earlier. And so after that, the Vikings had a false start penalty, and it just like it was after like a nice play, and it pushed them back to 3rd and 15, where they were to just huck it over the middle to T.J. Hawkinson, who barreled his way forward for the first. And it was a dumb defense. Okay, so the Vikings did a good play, had a false start, had to get moved back, but then after that, had a nice play to T.J. Hawkinson over the middle. And it was just a bad defensive breakdown by the Bengals. I don't know why they're letting TJ open wide over the middle like that. It didn't make any sense. But then there's like we all know the penalty against the Chiefs, right? The worst call that Patrick Mahomes has ever seen, the offsides. There's been like crazy offsides penalties. There's always been penalties that just wipe off like big plays. And there's just another one in this game. And I just thought I was trying to rant with that. That rant wasn't as good with the other one. But yeah, freaking how much penalties were in this game? They actually let the teams play like they were like always say, they let them play, don't call the penalties. They let the teams play up until uh like the dude is blatantly freaking holding a guy. There was straight up hold on. What was it? Was it like T. Higgins or someone was getting straight up held the entire freaking play? And it did not get called. It was insane. It was insane. Only 7 penalties? That's not too bad. That's really not too bad. Freaking nuts. This freaking game, I'll tell you, was fun to watch. If y'all haven't seen it, definitely watch the highlights. Definitely watch the replay. It was like, you would think it was kind of like a shutout, right? But no, this second quarter is where it really heated up. Or the second half. I mean, not second quarter. It really heated up with 0 points in the second quarter. But no, I didn't expect it to go into overtime at all. Vikings just really shot themselves in the foot. It was very unfortunate. But no, I mean I did want the Bengals to win, so I'm happy with it. Let's see, let's see. The Bengals just could not get Jamar Chase involved as well. It was brutal. It was brutal. Before he got hurt, there was a point where he only had 3 catches, like 3 targets. I think like for 39 yards, three catches, 3 targets, 39 yards. It was bad. It was very bad. He started to heat up like towards the end, and then he got hurt. Very unfortunate for the Bengals. People were just dropping out there. You know, I've already like kind of went through a lot of my notes. I thought I took more notes than I did, but I did not. So, yeah, last thing, this might be like a shorter stream. I probably should have just made a video out of it, but it don't matter. Last thing I do want to talk about, one of T. Higgins' touchdowns though, or not, I guess last thing maybe, but who knows. T. Higgins' freaking touchdown was insane. This freaking guy, it was like their Bengals were kind of driving and Jake just kind of tossed it down to him and he was able to jump over the defender, just going over the top of him, securing the catch, and he kind of was like on the 3 yard line and he caught it and he had to like, like when you go to touch your toes, he caught it and like kind of went down and was like touching his toes kind of, and he kind of just stretched his arm backwards and he stretched way backwards and crossed the ball over the line while backwards. Y'all have to watch the highlight touchdown with T. Higgins. That was so beautiful. That freaking touchdown, man. One of the best touchdowns I've seen. Up there with like Cortland Sutton crazy touchdowns. Like hella, oh man. If y'all haven't seen that T. Higgins touchdown, that you gotta watch that touchdown. You just like, yeah, it was great. And then the second touchdown was actually T Higgins' second touchdown. The first touchdown T had was just a nice. It was actually the first touchdown of the game for the Bengals, which was just a nice corner of the end zone dot by Jake Browning to T. Perfect ball. Jake just stood in the pocket, delivered it to T, who was wide open in the corner. It was beautiful. Typical football play. You already know. It is great. T. Higgins, definitely a hell of a receiver. I think he's going to end up being a free agent unless they could bring him back. Hopefully they can, but I don't know. I think people said he might get traded too or something. I don't know. I mean, of course, it's too late this season, and if they don't re-sign him, I think he walks, but I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. This dude's a hell of a player. It sucked to see him leave the Bengals. I don't know even where he'd go. A lot of teams could use T. Higgins' services. Dude's a beast. This was definitely a battle of the backup quarterbacks again. Jake Browning threw 42 times. Nick Mullins 33. Jake Browning really put on the freaking... He threw a bad interception, but after that interception, it was great. They ended up freaking... Like, he got pissed off, I feel like, after that interception, and just went into freaking just going ham. It was cool. This dude's clutch. I think I would take Jake Browning over Nick Mullins at this point. No offense to Nick Mullins. I like Nick Mullins. But man. Oh, one person I do gotta say something about too as well. The announcers are hyping up this dude all freaking game. Ivan Pace. Happy freaking birthday to Ivan Pace. This freaking guy, he was having a hell of a game. And it's his birthday. I'm actually older than Ivan Pace by 1 month and a day, I guess. Mine's on the 17th, his is on the 16th. But like, how crazy. How crazy. But no, he was having a hell of a game. Announcers are talking about him. He did get blown up. Joe Mixon, his touchdown, he had a barrel through Ivan Pace for the touchdown he earned it. So, yeah, Ivan Pace was putting up a hell of a fight for that touchdown, but Joe Mixon definitely earned it. Also for this defense, Harrison Smith, I hyped up Danielle Hunter because I really like Danielle Hunter in this defense. He's a freaking beast. Like 2 sacks. This dude just eats. It's good to see him healthy. He's freaking eating. But Harrison Smith, he's also a beast. He's been there forever though. How old is he, right? Hang on. This dude is a freaking. He's 34 years old. Harrison Smith, and he's out there freaking making plays. He's been there for so long. That's crazy. I wonder when Harrison Smith is going to retire. I wonder if this will be his last season or next season or who knows. That's wild. Both those guys I like a lot. I like Jonathan Bullard. Dalton Reisner, former Bronco, like to see that. Byron Murphy, I think former Dolphin. I really like Byron Murphy. I like this defense, but when that Bengals offense got hot, the defense could not do anything about it. Let's see. Like I was saying earlier, the Vikings definitely need a third receiver because I don't think KJ Osborne's the guy anymore. I really like KJ, but he's just not the same. Just not the same. I like Ty Chandler a lot. They should definitely keep him around. And then TJ, Justin, Jordan. I think these four should definitely try to be around next season, if you can. And then get like everybody back and all that. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what the Bengals got. How old is Joe Mixon now? Joe Mixon's 27. I wonder how long Joe Mixon's going to be on the Bengals for. I don't know if Chase Brown will be the answer, but they're definitely using him a lot, like I was saying earlier. And then Travion Williams, he's still a young guy too, but he's more their return guy. He's kind of just returning stuff down here. Oh, Charlie Jones is also returning. Oh, maybe Travion Williams didn't even get a return. Huh. He got a catch. Well, I like seeing Irv Smith Jr. His revenge game against the Vikings. He only had 2 catches though, not much of a difference, but he did get a first down for him. He did get a nice first down for him. I was gonna say a key first down, but all first downs are kind of key first downs, so I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe not because some of them are more better like critical situations, I guess, than others, but I don't know. That's a different story. For this Bengals defense actually was amazing. I think it was Daxton Hill that almost got that interception that I was talking about earlier. But this Bengals defense, Jermaine Pratt, Logan Wilson, those two linebackers, insane. That's probably one of my favorite linebacker duo. I really like Alex Singleton and Josie Joel on the Broncos, but Jermaine Pratt and Logan Wilson on the Bengals they're just insane. I really like these guys. Freaking crazy. It sucks DJ Reader went out with injury. He probably would have feasted a little bit. Jordan Battle, he got beat a little bit out there. Chidobe Awuzie, I like seeing him out there. Mike Hilton was making plays. His interception was amazing. Interception. BJ Hill's interception was great. If you haven't watched this game, I highly recommend it. It might have started off slow, but even with it starting off slow, it was entertaining. Yeah, no, great defense, this Bengals team, dude. I really like this Bengals defense. They really know how to handle the Chiefs real well. They usually beat them a lot. They're good at beating teams. I got scared at the end there, but thank God the Vikings wanted to call a brotherly shove back to back, and the Bengals were ready. But if they weren't ready for that play, the Bengals would have probably lost there. So I'm really glad, really freaking glad about that. Let's go Bengals. Even though I don't even know if that's like good or not for them to win. I'd have to look. The Bengals did start with the ball in overtime, and they did nothing, and they gave it to the Vikings. So the Bengals, like that's why I was also really nervous because the Vikings only needed a field goal to win, and they just really blew it. They shot themselves in the foot. Oh man, That's great. Hell yeah, Bengals. I wonder if the Kevin O'Connell Vikings coach is gonna be fired or not. Probably not. At least not until the end of the season, of course. But man, especially for not having CJ Ham pushing instead of like your smallest guy, the pushing guy. Gross. Gross Vikings. Oh, and then the Bengals, or not, but yeah, Bengals Tyler Boyd. He just 2 catches for 53 yards. Tyler Boyd is making big plays. One of his huge plays was like very crucial, very late in the game, setting him up for the win pretty much. Where Justin Jefferson was getting double teamed, and Tyler Boyd was able to just get wide open by crossing the field. He started on the left side, went up to the right, and just crossed the entire field to the right. Got wide open, broke away from his guy. Jake saw him, hit him, huge gain, set him up for the field goal range. Pretty much catch of the game right there. I mean, besides T. Higgins' amazing touchdown catch, of course. But that other catch by Tyler, really, really freaking crucial. Very, very beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. No, I don't know. It was great. It was great. The Vikings definitely should learn what to do on a third down and short situation or something. Because instead of doing the brotherly shove, they should have did what the Bengals did. Because the Bengals did do a QB sneak play as well, but they did it correctly. And then after that, when the Vikings thought that the Bengals were going to do it again, they did a play action play and toss it out and got a huge play off of it. Why didn't the Vikings do something like that? The Vikings could have did something like that easily because everybody thought they were going to do that play again. And so they should have just pretended they were and not do it. They should have been playing chess out there while we were playing checkers. But no, they weren't even playing chess. They were playing damn freaking check connect four. They couldn't even connect four. No, I don't know what they were playing. They weren't playing no damn chess. Damn it, Vikings. So I don't know why I got so like frustrated at those tush push calls. I'm not a Vikings fan, and I wanted the Bengals to win. It just frustrates me seeing the Vikings lose like that when you got hella talent that you're wasting. Dun, dun, dun. There's been a lot of games lost in crazy ways this season. Bunch of different teams. There's a bunch of games I have to watch and break down at the end of the season too. I'm glad I gotta watch this game. I'm gonna be making a video of the Broncos Lions game as well. Probably not a live stream. That'll probably be a video. I ain't gonna be able to watch it, so I can't go live. That's why I did this game. But expect that as well. I had to throw that out there. But as for this game, I don't know if there's much more to say. The Vikings just really shot themselves in the foot. Very unfortunate because they were leading 17-3. The Bengals just really wanted to win more, I guess. And they did. They came back and did. Without Jamar Chase. They didn't have Jamar Chase in the most crucial moments of the game. And they still came back to win with our boy T. Higgins. I love T. Higgins, man. If I was a Bengals fan, I'd really hate to see T. Higgins go. I hope they find a way to keep him, do something. It's going to be unfortunate if he goes. If he does leave, go to the Broncos, baby. Broncos will take T. Higgins all day. But I don't know. I love the Bengals team. I really want to see them do good. Not as good as the Broncos, of course, but yeah, you know, if they make it into the playoffs, I would probably have to root for them against other teams. Hopefully they beat the Chiefs. And yeah, Bengals team is good. I do like the Vikings as well. Probably not as much. I really like Danielle Hunter. He's probably one of my favorite players in the league. I like a lot of guys on this team, but it's just the Vikings as a whole. I'm just not, especially after that play call. I just can't be a freaking Vikings fan until they get rid of Kevin O'Connell or they do they stop Viking No, I'm just kidding. That's Chargers. Chargers gonna charger. But the Vikings need to just stop charging. Because they had this one. The Vikings should have had this one. Nick Mullins really threw that game away too a little bit with that bad fumble. That was bad. I wonder. I was gonna say I wonder if Josh Dobbs would have won this game. I would have liked to see Josh Dobbs out there. I like Nick Mullins. Nick Mullins has a cool story. His family is out there, so that was cool to see. But I really like Josh Dobbs. I wish Josh Dobbs didn't get benched. So that kind of sucks. I do like Nick Mullins, but yeah, I miss old Josh Dobbs, the rocket scientist at QB. He was a fun story for a few weeks, but now no one will remember Josh Dobbs. He's kind of like Mike White. Like nobody knows Mike White anymore. But it happens. I wonder if Jake Browning will have to be a backup for a while. I'm sure when Joe Burrow comes back, he'll either stay here as a backup or some other team will want his services for sure. I'm surprised Ben DiNucci has not been on a team yet. The Broncos practice squad, I don't think anybody's letting him or like something. But yeah, I would think Ben DiNucci would have been on one of these teams. But no, I guess Jake Browning and Nick Mullins are better than Ben. Ben. Even though Ben has a lot of tape out there. I guess that could be bad too. Ben DiNucci has a lot of tape out there, so they know what he is. Know what he's about. I don't know. I don't know. But the Bengals do have a bright future. This team looks really good. Able to do that in the fourth quarter. Put it all together. Come back from mistakes. Come back from injuries. Great to see. I'm excited to see the Bengals in the playoffs if they could. It's freaking great. I don't think Joe Burrow's coming back. I'm pretty sure his injury is done. It made him done. So who knows how far they'll get in the playoffs. It might still be the 49ers and the Ravens show. And the Broncos. Hopefully. But I don't know. I don't know. Good luck to both teams for the rest of the season. Good luck to both teams in the draft. Both teams need help for sure. Bengals, they gotta, just hopefully their guys get back healthy. They just need a few extra, pieces, I'd say. Probably a running back if Joe Mixon can't go. They gotta keep T. Higgins or get a receiver. Maybe a few more pieces on that defense, of course. Just like every team needs, I guess. It's just, your usual team needs. They need a few more pieces, get healthy, and the Bengals are good. Vikings, they might need a QB really, really soon. They got good receivers, and they're going to need some help on that defense. But that defense allowing 21 points in the fourth quarter, they need better defense, man. They need late game defense. They're going to need some help. But yeah, good luck to both teams. I am rooting for both teams. Bengals more than the Vikings, even though I do like both teams. I had to root for my guys, the Bengals. I had to. No, freaking yeah. Go Broncos, of course. Let's, real quick before I leave, let's check what the Steelers-Colts game looks like. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Steelers-Colts, 13-13. Colts have the ball. That is pretty wild. So 6 points by the Steelers. It was 6-0 in the first quarter, 7-13 in the second quarter. So yeah, that's pretty wild. If y'all are able to watch this game, that might be a pretty solid game going on right now. 13-13. Another couple of 7-6 teams. Vikings and Bengals 7-7, 7-6. They're both 7-6. So who's gonna be the next 8-6 team and 7-7 team? Find out. Oh, the score just refreshed. But yeah, find out. Go ahead and watch that game. That might be a wild game. This playoff hunt for the AFC, I guess, and NFC, but both, dude, this playoff hunt is wild. Who knows who's going to make it in the playoffs? It's going to be insane. A lot of teams need to win. A lot of teams need to lose for different teams, of course, but a lot of important games being played. This was definitely one of them. Very important for the Bengals, both. I mean, for the Bengals and Vikings, both, of course, but man, all the rest of the games for the Bengals are super important, and Vikings might slowly be losing it. And that Colts and Pittsburgh Steelers game is definitely important too. It's great this time of year with all these games, all of them being very important, all these players wanting to win more. So they should be better and better games each time. And I'm excited. It's going to be great. I can't watch the Broncos Lions game to get today, so stay tuned for the breakdown of that. I'll be freaking doing a video of that. And yeah, I gotta hop off because I actually gotta go to work soon. I gotta get ready for all that. So I appreciate y'all for stopping by, for clicking on the video. Just doing what you do. I appreciate it. Keep doing y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Of course, like I said, stay tuned for more football content. I'm going to be breaking down the Broncos Lions game. I'm going to be going over any football content that I can, anything I could think of. I'm going to be making a video of it, or a short, or a live stream. So yeah, stay tuned. Appreciate y'all again. Leave your boy a freaking like, a comment, or subscribe if you really enjoyed. Throws me out there. It really helps. And yeah, I'm going to go to work. Y'all have a great ass night. Later, everybody. Go Broncos. They better beat the Lions. Oh, come on, Broncos. Beat the Lions. Good luck, Bills. Not Bills. Damn it. Good luck, Bengals. Good luck, Vikings. Go Broncos. Bye, everybody.